Hi guys, welcome back to Random Lifestyle Vlog and welcome to the pilot episode of a new series, or should I say first part of the pilot episode of the new series. So this new series is going to be all about eyeshadow palettes, and I'm going to start a series with showing you my whole eyeshadow palette collection, and by doing some decluttering too. So if you'd like to find out what I have in my collection, please continue watching this video. So some of you recently asked me about swatches of certain palettes I own, and some of you asked me about my experience with those palettes. So I decided to do a whole new series dedicated to eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to show you my whole collection, part of it today, and another part tomorrow. And yeah, as I said before, I'm going to do a little bit of decluttering, but don't really count on too much here. I'm a massive hoarder, and I'm a very possessive person when it comes to my eyeshadow palette, so that one's going to be a tough decision for me. So yeah, I'm going to try and get rid of maybe like 4 or 5 palettes if I can. So yeah, let's hope. So if you find anything in this video that interests you, that you would like to see up close maybe, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll try to make a separate video where I show you all the swatches. I'll share with you my experience, my very unprofessional experience, because as probably most of you know, I'm not a makeup artist, but not many of us are, to be honest. So and we still put makeup on our faces, and I'm also going to tell you if I think that the particular palette is worth the price. Okay, so let's start. So I'm going to start with this little gem, and this is the only Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette I own. They're very expensive. Usually this one is actually probably one of the cheapest they have. This is Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity eyeshadow palette, and this is how it looks. So as you can see already, this is not an easy beginner palette. Quite many shimmers, not many mattes, but the shades are not extremely easy. And this is probably going to be the star of one of the first episodes, because I already had some requests about it. The next one is one of my recent favorites. This is Venus XL2 by Lime Crime, and the reason why I use it a lot is, you know, just look at the shades. They're just perfect springtime shades. I love them, really. As you can see, I've been using that quite a lot. Yeah, one of my favorites these days. Next we have this one, and look at the graphics here. This is the Unicorn Cosmetics, the Totemic palette. I do love the graphics and I do love the shades, but they scare me a little bit. Look how intense they are. They're super pigmented too. So I bought this palette last year in autumn, and I didn't get to use it yet. I think it's perfect for like a summertime maybe. Yeah, definitely I need to try this, yeah. Next up, I have 2 Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, and I have to tell you guys, I love them. I love them so much that I would love to try a little bit more of her palettes, but I don't even know where to start. So if you have any recommendations, if you have any of your favorites among Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know your thoughts, and I would love to hear your recommendations here. So what I have here is Soft Glam and Norvina. I'm going to show you the shades. So this is the Soft Glam here and Norvina here, and as you can see, very wearable, perfectly balanced, just beautiful shades. So yeah, definitely I would like to expand my collection here, so please let me know what you think. Next up I have some Purr. This is Purr Festival 2.0 and Perfect Festival shades here. Let's go for Morphe now. As you can see, I have quite a collection here. So let's start with infamous Jeffree Star. I actually like this palette. I do love the shades. They're really like intense and bright, but also quite wearable. I mean, I do love the fact that there are some like pale shades here, so you can actually create an like crazy yet easy look. Next up, some Jacqueline Hill. This is her first palette. And also one of my favorites. I do love how the colors are actually balanced here. I also have these two. These are Jacqueline Hill Ring the Alarm and Dark Magic small eyeshadow palettes. And yeah, I have to be completely honest here, I'm not a massive fan of these. I think the formula is a little bit different. I used each of them once. I don't think I'm going to use them anymore. And I think I should probably declutter them. I don't want to, but I think I should. Yeah, I'll probably do it. I'm going to show you the shades before I do that. So this is Ring the Alarm, this one here. And this one is Dark Magic. So as you can see, shades are really pretty, but there's just something about the pigmentation, the formula that doesn't really appeal to me. So I'm going to declutter these, but I think I'm going to do another video, like a separate video about Morphe eyeshadow palettes, and after that I'm going to get rid of them. So next up I have two of those like big Morphe palettes. As you can see, actually the shades are really pretty. This one is very autumnal. This is Boss Mood, and this one is Hotspot, more like a summery vibe. So yeah, these two. I also have the Social Butterfly one, which is quite crazy, intense shades. I'm a little bit afraid to use it. I'll have to kind of try at some point, but I don't want to get rid of it yet. I do love the shades. It's actually quite different to what I already own, so I'm going to give it a chance. But this one, Always Golden, this is probably another one to my declutter pile. This is quite wearable and quite nice, but I have too many palettes that are very similar to this one and I just don't use it. So next up we have Seattle London. This is the Editor palette, New England, and I do love the shades here. Now I'm going to show you the palette that looks so cheap that honestly I wouldn't even believe that this is worth anything. This is Pixie by Petra. It looks like something you would get in like a magazine for free. It just looks so tacky, I can't believe it. But the formula is really good and the shades are gorgeous. And I actually really like this palette. I would declutter it just for the packaging, just because of this packaging, but you know, the shades are actually quite pretty. Let's do some Huda Beauty now, another little series I have here. So first up we have all the nude palettes. Then I've got some obsessions. This is Topaz Obsession, Emerald Obsession and Ruby Obsession. And then I have 4 of those black ones, which are Mauve Obsessions, Coral Obsessions, Gemstone Obsessions and Warm Brown Obsessions. So yeah, quite many obsessions here from Huda Beauty. Next up, something a little bit similar. This is Velvet Touch London, and this is Devil eyeshadow palette. And yeah, I said it's a little bit similar because it is a little bit similar to Ruby Obsessions and Coral Obsessions. There's like a mix between them. So this is another palette I don't need. I like it. I like the shades here. I even like the pigmentation. It's not bad, but I'm not going to use it. So yes, I'm decluttering it. Yeah, I'm doing quite alright with this decluttering thing actually. Alright, next up we have Illamasqua, and this is Unveiled. So this is how the shades look like. Quite pretty, quite wearable. Not my favorite palette, but yeah, it's quite alright for like an everyday use. Next one, Kevyn Aucoin, and look how pretty the packaging is. Quite bulky. This is Unblinking. And this is how it looks inside. I do love this. I do love the shades. I mean, there's nothing like super unique about them, but I do like how they're actually look. And we have this liquid eyeshadow here to complement the pressed eyeshadows. So yeah, that's a cool one. Okay, next up, something that I'll have to declutter probably too, although I will just keep it for the packaging because look how pretty it is. I mean, I do love that design. I just can't stop looking at it, but it's just something I don't use. This shade is actually broken, but it was broken when I received it. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but I just don't use it. I have too many eyeshadow palettes in similar shades. So another one for the decluttering pile. So let's move on to another pricey series. These are Suku palettes. I have to admit I didn't pay for any one of those. They were all included in some like subscription boxes or advent calendars or collection boxes. So I have five of those. They're quite pricey. This is like a premium brand, Japanese premium brand. I'm going to show you, I'm going to open them for you and show you because they're just not that obvious. So this one is 126, and what I actually hate about these are those like little like applicators. I don't really know why. I don't think anybody uses them, but yeah, they're quite annoying. And the shades are quite interesting, but I have to tell you the formula is great, and these eyeshadows, they just stay all day. So this is number 2, probably the most wearable set. You'll see some of them are actually quite crazy. Then we have 121. 125, and the last one, quite old school, smoky eye, number 4. So we're almost there, but I still think there are a couple of eyeshadow palettes I'll be able to get rid of, and this is another one that has really cute packaging. I do love Morphe design in general, so I do like that packaging too. It's quite like witchy. I love it, but yeah, it's just the packaging I like. The shades are, I mean, they're not bad, but I just tried them like a couple of times, and all they do is kind of make my eyes look dirty. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to get rid of that one too. Next up, we have Violet Voss Essentials Pro Series, and yeah, these are the shades. I have to tell you, I quite like them, so definitely I'm keeping this one. And there are 2 more palettes. One of them I'm keeping, one of them decluttering. So let's start with the decluttering one. This is Colored Rain Vineyard Soiree, and the shades are actually quite pretty, but I just don't use them at all. I use them like a couple of times. Not really a fan. So yeah, I'm decluttering this one. And I'm keeping this one, and this is Hello Charmers by BoxyCharm. So yeah, it was received by me in one of those American subscription boxes, and I do love those like holiday shades. I can't wait to use them. They're perfect for summer. Still in spring, so I can't wait for summer to use these. Yeah. So this is the end of the part 1 of my eyeshadow palette collection. What do you guys think? Did you find anything interesting in this collection? Please let me know down in the comments below if you would like to see any of those palettes up close in another episode. And I'm going to see you very soon with the rest of my collection. So yeah, there are almost 80 palettes in my collection. It's quite a lot after decluttering, which I don't think I think I did quite well with the decluttering actually. I think I've put away like 8 palettes or so. So yeah, there'll be a bit less. I'll be like around 70 with my collection. Yeah, so if you want to see the continuation, keep your eyes peeled. It will probably come out tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to see you very soon. Bye!